Ian Watkins paying for protection inside HMP Wakefield, which is also known as Monster Mansion. Now, this is one of the articles that's popped up on the Prison News app, which I normally do videos on about what's happening in the prisons today. Now, this one has popped up, and the headline on it was Lost Profits pedo Ian Watkins pays for protection in Monster Mansion after attack. Now, Ian Watkins was attacked not so long back, and he was severely stabbed and beaten and took to hospital, but he was returned back to prison, and he's in the same establishment, which is Monster Mansion. Now, HMP Wakefield is predominantly an ex-offender prison, and if people go there from other dispersal prisons or high security prisons, and they're from normal location, they actually get mixed in with all the other ex-offenders. So there is no protection wings as such. The whole prison is a VP prison, and anyone that gets sent there for violence or anything from another establishment gets mixed in with these lot. And Ian Watkins is paying for protection inside HMP Wakefield because he'll still have a substantial amount of money from when he was in the Lost Profits band. Obviously, he was a millionaire when he was in the Lost Profits, so he'll still going to have a substantial amount of money. And in prison, that money he'll be using for his own safety. Because there will be other prisoners on the wing who are going to be big, formidable characters that will be able to protect him. And some of them are put money before morals. In a normal prison, this wouldn't be going on inside of Franklin, Whitemore, unless it was on the VP wings. But because it's in HMP Wakefield, and you will have some big characters in there who are running the show, who's got the drugs and selling them on the wing. And this Ian Watkins is obviously offering them money for protection, and they're putting money before morals, which, in my eyes, shouldn't be happening. But this is what happens in the prison system. It happens all over the place. And Ian Watkins is serving a 29-year sentence for some sick and depraved offences. So he's not up for parole until 2031, I think it is. So Ian Watkins still has a big fan base on the outside, believe it or not. And a lot of his fan base is women. And he does get he gets hundreds of letters from female fans from all over the place. So when Watkins is running up drug debts inside of prison, or he's wanting to, he'll not be getting into much debt because he has the funds to pay it, but he will be getting people on the outside to pay other people to fund his habit in prison. Because when he was out here and he was in the Lost Profits band, he was using drugs then. So he's went into prison and he's still living that lifestyle, as in taking drugs. And prisons, doesn't matter which prison it is, every prison in the country has got drugs in it. And if prisoners have got money, the drugs will find their ways to them, because a lot of people in prison, whether it's staff or inmates, are driven by money. And if someone is offering them a lot of money, they'll go out their way to provide what they want for that money. But it was seen in the media outlets that the last time, or when Ian Watkins got attacked, it wasn't because of what he was in for, it was actually because of drug debts. And there was one article that I read that he used to borrow people's mobile phones, and he used to pay them £1,000 a time to borrow the phone. I'm not sure how long he'd done it for. Just say he was borrowing it for a week or whatever, and he was paying £1,000. But he actually got caught with that phone and had to get moved wings. But that £1,000 turned into £5,000 that he had to pay, and he would have had no choice. If there's big characters in there that will bring him home, he would have had to pay that money or he would have gotten harmed again. And it doesn't matter which wing you go on, people or inmates know people on other wings, and all they've got to do is pay somebody to go and harm them. It happens all the time in the prison system. But like I've mentioned, Ian Watkins, he's got that much money on the outside. I'm not sure how he's getting to his funds, but he'll have someone that he must trust on the outside that's taking care of his funds, and they'll be sending money to wherever it is needed so he can fund his habit and get protected. Because if you imagine someone like him who's high profile in prison, he's going to be a target anyway for what he's in for. But because he's got a lot of money, he'll also become a target. So he'll probably be having it with some of the bigger lads on the wing. And then again, these bigger lads, they might be in for S offences themselves. Because just because they're an S offender doesn't mean that they're going to be like a small, weak person. Your typical S offender, what people have their own judgment of or what they might look like. There is some big VPs kicking about inside the prison system. So he's obviously going to the likes of these for protection, and they're the ones that are protecting him to keep him safe from getting harmed because he's paying the money. And like I've mentioned earlier on in the video, they're thinking of money over morals, but they probably got no morals themselves if they're in for the similar type of offence. It's just the fact that they're the bigger ones and they're the ones that's got the pull and they're the ones that's got access to these illicit items that they're supplying to Watkins. So I just thought I would bring that to your attention and give you my rundown on it, seeing as though it's making headlines in the news, or not so much in the mainstream media, but inside of the newspaper articles that's popping up all the time, because a lot of people don't read the papers. And if you don't read the papers, then you're never going to find out about these type of situations. But the likes of Ian Watkins, if he does get moved to another establishment, he will be in fear of his life because of what he's in for, because he's high profile, and because the other prisoners be wanting to get a name for themselves, saying that they're the ones that's getting a hold of the likes of Ian Watkins. Same goes for any other high profile inmate. They will be watching the backs throughout the sentence, because they will become under attack at some point in the sentence. It's just what happens inside the prison system. And I'll be doing more videos on other high-profile inmates soon. So if you are wanting to watch it, remember, hit that notification button so you won't miss another video. But I will be uploading more soon, people. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. But I am going to be doing a video on Ian Hudley, Levi Belfield, and Wayne Cousins, and what was the other one? Oh, it wasn't. I can't think off the top of my head. All of these are living together inside Franklin Prison on A Wing. So I'm going to do a video all about them and about what's going on with them at the minute, because just about every one of them that I've mentioned has been attacked at some point throughout the sentence. That was the name. It was David Fuller, the morgue monster. He's the other one that they're all living together in Franklin Prison, which is also become known as Monster Mansion. Even though Wakefield is Monster Mansion, Franklin Prison, as you can imagine, all of them ones that I've just mentioned are absolute monsters for what they've actually done and what they're in for. So I will be doing a video on that soon, people, so keep an eye out. And if you are enjoying the content, remember to comment and like. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.